Welcome to the Angel Mystic Podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic Podcast. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. Now, this podcast is very much off the cuff, and I am just going to talk about something that a lot of people do ask me about. And I thought, well, do you know what? It's probably time I did a podcast on this. I share it in lots of my trainings. And if you've read some of my books, you might have already know bits of this. Pretty sure you won't know all of it though. But this podcast is from broke to abundance and talking about how I turned my money story around. And also the recent revelations I've had about money and savings and bank accounts. So let's delve in as I share from scarcity to overflow. And I'm going to first of all start by putting some of this into perspective for you. So I often use the little phrase, I've gone from broke to abundance. But I really want to be honest with you exactly what that meant for me. Because being broke is no joke, is it? It's not a good place to be in at all. And I perhaps have got a little bit of a different upbringing than the most. I know not from everyone, but from the majority. Because our beliefs around money all started way before you became an adult. They started in our childhood. And for me, when I was growing up, I was very lucky in the sense that my dad was very successful with business and we had a very nice lifestyle on the back of that. And by nice lifestyle even, it was quite lavish. So we had a lovely big house. We had a swimming pool. My dad had a Rolls Royce with a chauffeur. We had a private jet. We had amazing holidays. I'm sure you get the picture. But for me, as a child, whilst it was lovely to have those experiences, when I went to school and I was picked on and bullied because of being richer than most, because, you know, all you want to be is like your peers, that was really hard for me. And I, somewhere in my mind, created a belief that money would never make me happy. So as an adult, that's exactly what played out. And I just wanted to be the same as everyone else and live in a, council house and have a crappy car on the drive and just be getting by, because then I'd be the same as everyone else. That's what I wanted as a child. And I actually manifested it as an adult, by which point I didn't want that anymore. But the belief was already created. So I'm sharing this not, to sort of brag. Not that I think there's anything wrong with bragging. I actually think we should all brag. I think we're put upon as British that we shouldn't brag. But this is the truth. This is the truth of my childhood and the money beliefs that were created. There was a lot more created, but I particularly want to talk about this specific one, that money wouldn't make me happy. You'll have heard things like money didn't grow on trees, money's the root of all evil, all of that sort of stuff. We all go through this. And this is not because our parents were doing a bad job. Not at all. This is because our parents were doing the best they had within them at that given time. And just as we do as parents, we're doing the best we can with what we have within us. So there's no pointing any fingers of blame here. But for me, when I got married and I married, somebody that was not from the same sort of lifestyle, we were always broke. He was, a builder and roofer, and we had an old Mondeo, and it was just the childhood dream had been achieved. It was tick, tick, tick. It was also broke, broke, broke. So for me, after going through my divorce and then becoming even more broke, I'm permanently living on an overdraft, always going over my over, as I used to call it, or running up credit card bills because I didn't have enough, money to put food on the table. And that would end up being then having to be remortgaged. And it was just a vicious cycle. And there was a very pivotal day when I was actually working at social services at the time, and I was driving from Windermere to Bowness, and I was stuck in a traffic jam. And there was this bed and breakfast with a for sale sign on it. And I thought, you know what, that would be a great lifestyle for me and the kids. I could be a stay-at-home mum again, and we could earn more money, and it would just really work. Long story short, I sold everything I had of value and bought a small B&B. And that's what we did for a few years. And it was great. It really was great. It gave us a lovely lifestyle. It worked until life gave me another curveball. Oh, I've got spirit coming in now. Another curveball, and my health was compromised. And that is a whole podcast for another day. But long story short, I could no longer run my B&B, and I had to do my spiritual work. And tied with that spiritual work was the belief that you shouldn't charge for spiritual gifts, because, there's a lot of that in the spiritual community. I personally have worked hard on the fact that I've now believed that, and I didn't believe it at first, I've had to re-educate myself, that everyone's time has a price. And when I'm helping other people build their spiritual businesses, we certainly don't do price comparison, because if you're doing price comparison, you are basing your business on someone else's beliefs. But again, that's probably another podcast for another day. But I'm just trying to give you a perspective of where I was at. But I can remember one specific day I had a vision board, and back then when I used to create my vision boards, I always used to put real money on my vision boards, and I used to put a £50 note on my vision board. That £50 note that was on my vision board when I created it was never meant to be taken off. It was there to attract more money. But I hadn't done the other work that had gone with creating a vision board, which is looking at your beliefs. And it got to one particular day where I'd been in that situation of pinching from Peter to pay Paul. I've been doing that all the way through for years and years and years, just getting by, just making do, because that's another belief I hear people say is, I just want just enough. Don't want to be greedy. I just want just enough. Well, do you know what? It's okay to be greedy, because this is an abundant universe we're in. And money doesn't come from, your bank account. Money doesn't come from your job. Money doesn't even come from your benefits. Money comes from the universe. So if you are playing shy with the universe and not asking for what you want, you're going to be missing out. So this particular day, I hadn't been doing the inner work like I should have done, and I needed that £50 note off my board to pay actually for my dog grooming session. My dog had a haircut booked, and I had no money to pay for it. And I took that £50 note off my vision board, and I swore that to myself that I would do the inner work that I had been avoiding. Because it's very easy to do all the easy stuff, like always leave money in your purse so you can keep respending it in your mind time and time again, or not folding your money in your purse, giving it the respect, not keeping receipts in your purse, having a red purse. I mean, they're just purse ones, for example. They're all easy changes to make, but they'll not make the real difference to your life and to the amount of money and flow of money that you will get. Because money is flow. If you're spending money from a place of, oh my goodness, that's my last £10, I'm never going to see that again. You're not. You're spending that from a place of scarcity, from a place of fear. But if you spend that like, oh, great, I'm paying £10 for this book, and this book's going to, it's going to educate me, or this book's going to pay for the person that created it. It's going to go into their pot to help them pay for other things, and for the printers that have gone into making it, and for the people that produced the paper, and the people that delivered the paper. That money that you spend has a ripple effect into the universe. So if you start thinking about when you're paying for anything, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, something big, something little, it doesn't matter, that you are paying into this universal pot that is having a ripple effect and helping so many other people in the form of abundance. You start to see money differently. And then you don't purchase things from a place of scarcity, of fears. You're purchasing it from a place of trusting and knowing that more money will flow to you, because it is a flow system that we have with money. It goes around. So yes, do those easy changes that I just spoke about before, but you've also got to do the really deep changes. Those changes are within you. Those changes are questioning your beliefs. That starts by looking at your beliefs, those things that you heard growing up. How are they playing out in your life right now? Question those beliefs, write them down, and ask yourself, are they true? Or are you adopting somebody else's beliefs? Now, fact is, I am always working on this. And the people that I hang out with are always working on this too. Because we need to. Now, I also follow feng shui in my house. So I look at where the energy's flowing, and I have my abundance corner, and I keep that well lit, and I keep it all clear from clutter. And I've got all things in that area that always represent money and flow. But again, that's around beliefs. Everything is around beliefs. So question your beliefs that you have around money, about finances, and sometimes using a different word: money, finances, savings. All of that is different to, bills, debt. Think of it as, don't have a savings account in called savings account or rainy day account. Call it something, my fun account. Because who wants a rainy day? I don't. It's all about your beliefs. And if you want to learn more about your beliefs, I'm going to put in a class on Unlock Your Money Mindset for More Abundance, where we're going to be going into this in more depth. It is happening on Monday, the 29th of September at 7:30. If you come along to the class, you can find all the details in the show notes. And now let's get some cards going for the coming week. Okay, here's the cards for this coming week. Ooh, yes, I like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How can counting 7 cards be so hard? But I seem to struggle every week. And I can feel the angels coming in, tittling all over my face. As well as we're doing this, we are starting the week on the friend card. Now, this has to be the message that it seems like it's on repeat from the angels at the moment. I seem to be hearing myself say it so many times in so many different ways. The best friend you'll ever get is your guardian angel. So build a relationship with them as you would with your angel, as you would with your friend, even not your angel, as you would with your friend. So once you've met your guardian angel, your job after that is to get to know them. That means spending some time with them. That means chatting to them. That means listening, just like you would with a new friend. That's your job on Monday. Build that relationship with your guardian angel. And I think that is like about setting some boundaries, that maybe you would have a little chat with in the morning and a little chat in the evening, and that evening chat might have some gratitude blended into it too. But remember, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And Tuesday is the gentle card. This means you need to be kind, you need to be gentle with yourself. Treat yourself like you treat other people, because it is time to be kind to yourself. I feel like you've been pushing yourself a bit too hard, doing a little bit too much, and not allowing yourself to, well, really do what you want to do. So today is the day on Tuesday to do that. Oh, and it's mirrored with the Wednesday card of honest. I've been really honest with yourself about the things that you want and not holding back. You've been doing it for too long. The angels are talking about how you have been putting your needs, your requirements to one side, and you need to be honest and truthful and speak from your heart to someone that's close to you, because it's important. Thursday, it's the joy card. Now, this is your fuel for your manifesting, which is so important to amplify on Thursday. If you only have one intention on Thursday, let it be something fun and let it be something joyful, because it's really going to pay dividends towards the weekend, or in the weekend even. This is, the more fun you have, the more joy you have, the higher vibration you are, the more you're in alignment with good things naturally coming into your life. So prioritize it on Thursday. Raphael comes in on Friday. I don't feel this is, he's coming in his usual realm for helping people with illnesses and things. So if you need that help, call upon his emerald green light, him and the healing angels whenever you want. I feel like he's coming in on Friday to help you on a journey, and it feels like a spiritual growth journey. He's very good at helping people on journeys, so ask Raphael to join you on that journey. Saturday is the manifesting card, which is where the joy card from Thursday is now paying off on Saturday, because you've shifted your vibration. So you expect good things today. It's top trumps. You've got the best card in the deck, the manifesting one. So make sure that you are really open to magic and miracles today, because they can happen for you. Guardian angel card is the final one for Sunday, and that's just feels like it's almost capping off how we started the week with the friend card. We've now got the guardian angel card. So the friend card was all about your guardian angel is the best friend you'll ever have. Now it's capping it with the confirmation of a guardian angel card on Sunday. Let me give you your signs before you dash off. We have got rainbows, we've got little white feathers. They're the things that you need to be looking out for this week. I hope you've taken lots from this. Join me for Unlock Your Money Mindset for more abundance. It's over in the show notes, and I will see you back really soon. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. Hope to see you there.